Good morning, boys. Let's go over Nasdaq really quickly. Today, as we can see, it's been respecting the the fair value gap over the suspension block to the 50%. We rejected the monthly open, the new week opening gap from last week. We've been trending around this volume imbalance. You can see how the body stay inside. I like that. So I'm not shifting my bias. We just rated liquidity yesterday. And we came all the way up into the new week opening up of this week. I'm still bullish. I'm not shifting my bias. 4 hour, obviously, we are seeing some low resistance liquidity run. I mentioned on my Discord channel that I wanted to see this being act like a breakaway gap. And I also mentioned that this fair value gap was a good opportunity for us today to see some volatility and maybe couple this one with an SMT would have been a good setup to see maybe the monthly high getting taken and maybe going over this accumulation, which is fine. A good signature would have been here, and also we do have a inversion fair value gap coupled with that, so nice higher time frame picture. But let's go over what I did as today. When we open, we left a big gap. So this is the regular trending hour gap. We left a 289 points gap, which is fine, but when you see this big gap, you don't expect price to feel it, but you expect sensibility around the 25 and the 50%. Here you're seeing the first presented from Monday this week, and this one is the first presented I used today, which I'm gonna explain in a little bit. First thing, new week opening up is the box you're seeing here. When we open at 9:30, we have price aligned with the PDRA, which touch the high of it and drops lower. What do we have here? Equal lows, minor sell side, which got immediately taken. This is the 7 a.m. open, the 8:30 open. We can see how this is giving us a short-term discount, which makes a lot of sense because we do have equal lows, we do have minor sell side, and then I had this sell side here, which actually I had it like here, making this the accumulation before the pump. I really wanted to see that getting taken because price was going, one direction, and when I see this, I want to see price delivering lower before getting the real move. So if we go here, we can see that price left the 4-hour open at 10 a.m. So that was a trigger to me to find a scalp into this fair value gap, which gave us also an SMT with ES. So that was really good. So now if we go over the 1 minute, we can see how the first 30 minutes after the open was really a big mess. We had this delivery, was good, delivered some points. We couldn't take the 25. It came back to the new week opening up, and here we got another rejection. I really like this, and I didn't really, at first I was using this as the first presentation, but I wasn't really committed to it because it didn't seem like a good fair value gap. It was just a gap, a random gap, which, yeah, it took us into the new week opening gap, but it couldn't even deliver the regular trading hour open. So if we go on regular trading hours, you can see how messy price was here. I don't want to get involved in this mess. We took previous day high and we were rejecting the new week opening up. And again, we do have the 50% and the gap from yesterday, and this is the gap of today, which, we do have a first presented here and a first presented here. Okay, so going with this mindset, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for 10 a.m. and see if we can have a better delivery. After seeing this rejection on the new week opening up and the top on the regular trading hours open, I was like, okay, sure, now we can get some momentum. And I got involved in this entry here, aiming for the sell side liquidity underneath us. And when I saw this gap, that was really screaming to me, that was kind of like the first presented, because it did the job to deliver the sell side and deliver the 25 level, which I was actually looking for. But once I saw this first presented fair value gap, I didn't want to see price closing above it, which allowed me to go break even on the entry and actually get stopped out break even. So after taking the break even, I saw price ranging a lot using this first presentation, but I told myself, like, I'm gonna find a better trade when price aligns with time and the PDRAs, which I didn't spend much time to find an SMT just here in this area here, which, you know, the regular trading hours open high got taken on ES, but it didn't on Nasdaq. So we do have an SMT here, and imagine all the people buying and selling around this range, right? This is the range I'm seeing. We do have equal lows and we do have equal highs. Once they got stopped out, I saw my entry opportunity. I saw price displacing lower, and I saw this fair value gap getting inversed. This to me was enough, because I didn't want to see price rejecting again from this first presentation, as it's not sensitive at all today, which allowed me to take an entry. So I got involved here. My stop loss was just above this order block, and I was aiming for the 50% of this range, which it was also the sell side liquidity. Then, you know, checking the higher time frame, I saw the 4-hour gap that was my main objective. So once we reached that one, I closed my trade, as that was my main objective, and that was perfectly the level I was aiming for, and it was also the first presented on Monday. So that was a very nice trade. I do have the execution on my Discord channel. So if you want to join the Discord, just, you know, leave a comment here. As you can see, here is me calling the trade and calling the buy side before price was even going there. So, you know, everything is here. This is my execution. I took it on FTMO. You know, this was my entry level. This was my stop when I trailed it. This was my main target, and then I ended up closing here, trailing my stop, which is actually what I was looking for. So that was a great trade, great delivery, great confluence with price and time. So after that, price was taking the bullish side. I got involved in a long here, which I saw the first presentation here. Well, I called first presentation, but actually it's just a fair value gap that I wanted to see open. So I took this entry, aiming for these highs here. I'm still in the trade. I'm break even right now. I don't want to see price going past the first presentation on Tuesday, so I'm gonna wait for it. I don't really like to hold trades past 11:30. But, you know, as the bias is really clean, I would like to see price displacing higher and distributing to the upside. But, you know, it can fail. I don't know. Now I already did my bread, so I'm fine with that. And as you can see, now we are again tapping again the new week opening up, and maybe we can go for this Tuesday. But main objectives will be monthly high and the daily swing high resting above us. But yeah, this was pretty much the opportunity we had today. It was not a clean price action, definitely a high resistance liquidity run, but I'm happy that I got involved in the low resistance liquidity run, which was difficult to spot maybe, but it's all about patience. Like when you see people that is stuck in the trades, which, you know, I guess a lot of people trade this. If you go on Twitter, you can see I'm all taking maybe longs here, shorts here, whatever. You know, you just wait for the right time and the right confluence. And I was getting involved before the macro even started. And you can see how also the power of 3 with the 10 a.m. candle was pretty dominant here. We did accumulation, manipulation, and displacement. It was really a clean trade. It delivered how I expected it. Price never got a pullback here until touching the first presented and delivering the sell side, which is the sell side from 7 a.m. that I called when we were here on my Discord channel, this directional price action. So really a good move. It could have been better, but I still got my 3-4 hour out of this trade, which was a low risk trade because of the conditions. Again, I'm not gonna go full risk, and I'm not gonna take the best trades when the conditions are bad. So, you know, manage your capital, and yeah, Talk to you soon.